Greetings. So in this video, I will be doing an update to my grub recovery. The last video that I did, I only had a webcam pointed at a screen and people complained that they couldn't see what was going on. Luckily, because of a donation from a viewer who wanted to see better tutorial videos, they sent me a HDMI capture device. It's not the best one in the world, but it will do. So let's get to it. So I'm going to boot off the USB hard drive here. And this should be a SUSE Enterprise disk, but it should not really matter. For SUSE and OpenSUSE, you want to use either the recovery disk or you want to use the DVD image, because the DVD image will have this rescue system, which is what you want. There are other ways of doing it, but they're technically not officially supported, so I will not mention them here. The guide that I have on GitHub is using this method. So let's get to it. So you boot to the rescue system. Okay, here you select English or whatever your native language is. And this should get to a login screen. There we go. Root. Stupid European style keyboard. Okay, so here we are. So what we're going to need to do now is we're going to need to check our partition list. And this is important if you have multiple drives in your distro spanning multiple drives, or you have LVM, you've got a UEFI system. You need to check your partitions. You need to figure out what do you need to mount and what do you not need to mount. So F disk -L. Jeepers. Give me a moment. There we go. So I should only have, there we go. I have SDA1, which is swap, SDA2, and SDA3. So I don't have UEFI on this particular drive. This is a legacy install drive. So all I have to do is mount the root partition, which is dev SDA2. So let's get to that, and let me get back my instructions. So it is dev SDA2. So we'll do mount dev SDA2, I'm confirming, to mount. Now, the other things that you need to do, and these are kind of important if you need to do other tasks as well in recovery mode, like install or remove software that's causing your system not to be able to boot, uh, to disable things like switch from SDDM to light DM, because hypothetically there's some sort of bug that prevents SDDM from loading, causing Xorg to crash. There's all sorts of other things that you can use for the system recovery, so the next bit is important for being able to do that additional stuff. So you want to mount -- bind dev to mount dev, and you'll want to do the same with proc. And if you want to use Yast, you will need to have sys as well. At this point, you can go and chroot into the system, and that command is chroot mnt. Once here, if you're running a Btrfs file system, supposedly there is another command you can run called mount-a, but I only recently learned about that, so I will explore that more. There may be a third video sometime in the distant future. Anywho, since we're here, and the tutorial is on how to recover from a bad grub install, the first thing you will want to do, at least on OpenSUSE, is mk init rd. Because it's possible that your direct cut and the kernel stuff hasn't fully successfully been done. And if this fails, then you know you have to do something else. Okay, so that made all of the boot images that Grub will be needing for the next part, which is Grub2 make config dash o in boot grub2 and grub.cfg. Okay, so that was successful. Next is a really, really important part. You actually have to do the install to the drive. So that command is grub2-install, and since this is dev sda2 or dev sda, Well, that's going to screw this video up. Oh, God damn it. God damn it, I don't have enough room. Okay, so let's check Yast. So it looks like it's listed multiple times. And again, this is why we went and did this. I'm going to have to do another bloody video. Oh, yeah, it is. So let's delete this bit because it's just a duplicate. And at this point, if I press Alt O and do OK, it is going to do everything for us. Everything that we did manually will be done through Yast. Save bootloader configuration is doing literally all of the commands that I had mentioned previously. What the? Okay, there we go. So it was listed twice. This should pass. Huh. See, this is one of the reasons why knowing how to set up the system recovery or the rescue system is actually very handy for cases like this. It would have booted fine, but I would have had issues if I did a system migration. So this is actually a very, very good example of, oops, something went wrong. How do I fix it? Oh, this is how I fix it. So, cool. Now, let's do Alt-Q. So let's check to make sure everything was done correctly. Here are the commands to reinstall grub on your OpenSUSE machine. So the first one after chrooting is make init RD. Okay, now that we're done with that, now that all the boot images have been made, we'll do the grub make config. And next, we'll do the actual install, which is grub2 install -dev and whatever drive it is that you're installing to. And that is it. So you type in exit and you reboot. And there we go. And for some reason my keyboard decided to not function. Oh. Anywho, I hope this video was at least somewhat useful. You might have gotten a few hints on some of the hiccups that you can find along the way, but hopefully this showed you how to go about resolving them. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.